Yo, what's good? It's Mastermind MMA and the Notorious Conor McGregor. I think what what did Floyd Money do? What did Floyd Money do? I think I think that this motherfucker's gonna be fighting Floyd soon. Like, he got the deal done with Dana White. What everyone was saying was seemingly impossible, because everyone said this shit was not gonna happen because of Dana White in the UFC. When this shit was first, like, in inception, it was thrown out there, when people were talking about it, like, yeah, that's like some, like, when it first came out, man, that's like some fucking fantasy shit. You know what I mean? It's like, I don't even know what to fucking parallel it to, because, yeah, exactly. It's like, oh, fucking LeBron James versus Tom Brady. Like, I don't even know what sport, but yeah, like, let's say basketball, like, one-on-one LeBron James, Tom Brady. Like, that'd be kind of crazy. So that'd get a lot of attention, and it sounds like wild. It's like, oh, how would that even come about? That's kind of how, like, the same breath this fight was mentioning, because we know it's hard enough to get boxing fights done, period, with all the promotions. So to have that, and then have the UFC be the way UFC is, especially when the UFC doesn't even work with any other MMA promotion, what makes you, they have like we don't co-promote really. So nobody thought that it would happen, because if they were if they were to be like, all right, Conor, you could fight Floyd, we just want like 90% of it. That's what it was even said, that, like, oh, I forget who, maybe Mayweather's uncle, like Jeff Mayweather maybe said some shit like, they wanted 80, Dana said no. But I mean, I feel like the UFC would have wanted a hefty fee, but the fact that they came to agreement, I'm really curious as to what they agreed to, because I remember when they were public posturing, and Dana was like, oh, I'll give Floyd and Conor both 25. And he's like, you got a real offer? And then Conor was like, that's not the number, but it's getting there. Like, he was getting close. So if 25 is close, I wonder what was his number to be like, all right, let's do this. Excuse me. So I wonder what exactly that number was. And regardless of anything, even if he's only getting 35% or something like that, that 35% is gonna be more than he'll ever make in the UFC, probably with all the fights that are left on his contract. Like, he couldn't, I doubt he'd be able to generate that type of revenue, because we're talking, it's boxing. Boxing pay-per-view is just a different game. Mayweather Canelo did 2 million buys, and over 2 million buys. And get this, fucking Canelo Chavez did over 1 million buys. So Canelo Chavez is drawing like how a Ronda Rousey would. So, a fight that's not really that big of a fight. And I mean, it was a big Mexican fight, but in the fact of, it wasn't like a fucking Joshua Klitschko, you know what I mean? In that sense of the matchup and the fanfare. And that was a fucking incredible fight, Joshua Klitschko. I had to throw that in there. And yeah, man, it's a total different game, because Floyd and Manny did over 4 million. And I'm saying Conor Floyd's going to be within the breadth of that. And if you're making, even if Conor gets fucking 2 points off a pay-per-view, 2 points off of 4 million, charging $100 per buy, it's not that bad. It's not that shabby. Especially when you're think about all the ad revenue, all the sponsors that are, and you're getting elite, top tier, premium sponsors that are willing to pay, like Super Bowl bucks, dude. Like, you're like at that level. It's like Super Bowl money. So that just the fucking the money that's to be generated in that, you don't need that big of a percentage to make a lot of money. You know what I mean? You could get 90% of a nickel, or you could get fucking, I don't know, 5% of $10 or 1% of $10. You know what I mean? So like that 1 point on $10 is way more than fucking 90 points on a nickel. So that makes a lot of sense. He's in a win-win situation. Even if he gets slept in 13 seconds like he did to Aldo, his brand is definitely hurting, no doubt about that. His reputation may not be the same, but he's straight, dude. Like regardless of anything after this fight, he never has to fight again if he doesn't want to, which might be the game plan. You never know, man. But he came out and he issued a statement, and he said, just the regular shit, man. It's an honor to sign it with, he's calling partners, as he says, Zuffa and UFC and Paradigm. And now he's saying they're just waiting on Al Heyman and his boxer signature. Now listen to that, because I didn't really pay too much attention to that until I saw on fucking the MMA beat, where I think it was Luke Thomas, I don't remember who said it, where they said the way he worded it, because Floyd was saying the whole time, you have a boss, I don't. And then Conor's here trying to be like, nah, like Al Heyman is your Dana White. It's not true in any way, shape, or form. But I mean, it's kind of playing a perception game. You know, he's trying to come off as equivalent to Floyd. So, and to be honest, man, like when Floyd first started, he was under contract and he had to get. I'm pretty sure Al Heyman bought him out. And like I'm not too sure about that. I'm pretty sure, but I'm not too sure. But anyway, man, fucking he's trying to say that Floyd is Al's guy, like boxer. Floyd works for Al, and that's not the case. But it's the gamesmanship at this point. Now the mental warfare is going to begin, because all this time it was public posturing. Now that they have fucking contract signed, shit almost done, which it is almost, and it's not almost, because you don't know how much Floyd's side is going to be nitpicking, for the lack of a better word, because, bro, like, everything is going to be debated. The size of the gloves, the fucking fabric of the shoestring, and, like, your fucking the size of the ring, what material the ropes are made out of, all that stuff is gonna come into play. So I'm hoping, man, like this shit doesn't fall apart over anything petty, and I don't think it will, because there's just way too much money on the line. And shit, man, let's see what fucking happens. You already know it's Mastermind MMA.